So I was lucky enough to get connected with VVA, the Veterans of America, Vietnam Veterans of America, who heard my story and were like, wow, we find this really interesting, what you're trying to do. And what I was trying to do was just change one little thing that might have changed the outcome in my story to be more positive, but in the future might affect others instead, because my story for Matthew is kind of over in terms of his, death and manner of death and all that. So they listened to me. It was a great conversation. It was with James McCormick and his legislative assistant, Elena Howell. And it was a great conversation. And then from that, they went, Elena and I went on Capitol Hill and we did a follow-up visit with my congressman to talk about whether or not legislation could be made to help change this one thing having to do with the medical examiner. And then from that, James was kind enough to invite me to speak at the luncheon, which I met you at, Val. And I'm so appreciative of James and Greg and you, because talk about healing. I mean, if you had to say one thing that will help people heal, is they have to be heard from their own reality, their own worldview. You can't keep telling to people, but this is the way it happens and this is the way it happens. You have to hear people's worldview and see if you can come into the middle somewhere to understand your worldview and their worldview. And so I'm so grateful